How do y'all feel about this slide? Well, I'm sure to most of y'all, it probably makes you feel a little uneasy. Well, SAT, ACT, CRCT, and Georgia Milestones all hold a dear place in our hearts. I say that completely joking. I'm sure everyone has their own experience with these standardized tests, and almost each of these experiences would probably be negative. Not only do we students get hit with these high stakes tests, they come at us almost weekly. The Washington Post states that the average student in big city schools takes around 112 standardized tests throughout their education. That's a lot of preparation for each test and a lot of struggle these kids go through. This form of standardized testing is harming the education system, and it is harming both the students and the teachers. Here is how. Standardized testing is harming the students more than ever. Not only does standardized testing overload them with information, it is actually stressing them out. Students constantly have to worry about if they can go past their next test to keep their grade up, considering how much of their grade is actually dedicated to these tests. It could take a toll on their health with the stress and the possibility of them staying up all night trying to study for the tests. Next up on those of the list of affected are the teachers. Teachers are affected in many ways: stress, anxiety, paranoia. Imagine walking into your classroom knowing that your job could be on the line. This is what teachers have to go through all the time, considering if little Jim or little Billy doesn't perform well on their test, then you very well could lose your job. In an article posted by Andrew Walker, he states that if teachers can't get their students to perform, that means that they aren't performing as teachers and are subsequently let go. This can stress the teachers out to a max because they have to teach the subject and they have to have their students retain and perform well in tests to actually keep their career going. Lastly, standardized testing doesn't teach students real-world knowledge. Mark Siegel mentions in one of his articles that standardized testing narrows down the curriculum. Not only does he mention that, but Mr. Siegel also says that it leads to teaching to the test. This pretty much forces teachers to teach to a script on what they can and cannot talk about in the classroom, and students sometimes come out and say, when am I going to use this in the real world? Well, the teacher can't talk about that, or the teacher can't talk about real world knowledge the students might need because they're so caught up on teaching to the test and actually keeping their job by having the students pass their test that they can't share this crucial knowledge that they're going to need when they get out of high school. All in all, standardized testing is harming students and it is harming the teachers. It is causing a whole lot of stress for both the teacher and the student. So the next time you are stressed out about a test, staying up all night trying to study for the test, or wondering why you have to know how to find the value of X in an equation to help you out in the real world, you can thank the government's teaching style of standardized testing.